What is up? It's your boy NCB Reviews here. And before we hopped into the video, I just wanted to give a little channel intro. So basically what I plan on doing here is talking about either anime, manga, video games, just whatever I'm really into at the moment, such as this webtoon that we're going to be talking about, God of High School. So let's hop into it. So we start off with our introduction of our main character, Jin Mori, and he's sitting out here vibing. You know, he's a big fish in a small pond. He has like 300 wins and maybe like 2 ties, 0 losses. And he's just been bullying all the kids in his local area, right? So he's been kind of putting in the work out here. So he has a commissioner come up to him, someone in a black suit and tie. We find out later on his name is Commissioner R. And Commissioner R tries to intimidate him, saying, "Hey, bro, you need to join this tournament we have going on, the God of High School." And Jin Moore is really not feeling it. He's like, "What's the big deal? You know, it really doesn't seem like anything that important to me." And so, obviously, to get him to join, Commissioner R had to flex on him by punching so hard he deforested the whole forest next to them. But obviously, our man Jin Mori wasn't going to go down without a fight. So he tries to retaliate by kicking this man, Commissioner R, in his arm. And even though he does that, he ends up getting like creamed by this commissioner and even takes his first loss, which intrigues him to the God of High School. And later on, we even find out that Commissioner R's arm was broken by this encounter. Man, that's a tongue twister, right? But anyway, next after that, we're introduced to our man, Han Daewi. And through Han Daewi, we really don't get too many personal details about his backstory or why he joined the God of High School, but we do see that he's been diligently working all these different jobs in order to gain money for something that he really cherishes and holds dear. He's even been getting bullied for it, and we even see him kind of like whoop the hell out of these bullies just for trying to take his money and try to take away the goal he's pursuing. And then finally, we also have the introduction of Yumira. And Yumira, I don't know how I really felt about her introduction, because when she kind of just came in and she was like, "Ooh, me Mira, me want good seed." And obviously we find out like at the end of her introduction that she wants to do it to preserve her sword style, the moonlight sword style. But like, I don't know, I really wasn't the biggest fan of it. So actually just if you made it here so far, let me know down in the comments what was your favorite character introduction out of the 3. And after we're introduced to our 3 main characters, we're then taken to the God of High School Preliminaries, where we find out and see a little bit more of the other contestants, as well as some of the special rules that are held within this tournament. One of them being the black wristband that every contestant wears that allows them to see and determine their attributes as well as the other attributes of contestants. And these attributes that we're able to see are their health points or hit points, HP. We're able to see their level, and then something that's mysteriously just called GP that we're not introduced to yet, but I'm really interested and intrigued to see why GP is so important that it's measured along hit points and level. And as we see, as soon as everything starts revving up and the preliminaries actually start going, is that this is actually going to be a battle free-for-all to determine who gets to go to the actual tournament. And so we see how this kind of affects all the contestants that are participating, as everyone's kind of like wary. Some people pick on the weak, others team up, and we're really getting to see how everyone kind of thinks when they're in a combat type setting. And through this, we see that Yumira is level 9, and that Han Daewi is also level 9. And then we also see that one of the commissioners is introducing someone who had to arrive late due to special conditions that we actually find out later is that he was in juvie. And this is the introduction where we see Gang, who enters in, and we find out he is level 12. And he's kind of this scummy kid who's just thinks he's all that and really feels like he's that man, right? But then he picks a fight with Jin, or Jin picks a fight with him. And we actually find out that in comparison to Gang, who's level 12, Jin Mori is only level 6. And after this, we actually see that after he's provoked Yumira, that Yumira goes to attack him, but he's somehow able to disperse all the force of the impact from it throughout his body and onto the ground, which allows him to not take too much damage. And then as this goes on, Jin Mori tries to step in and also combat him. But we also see that it's not working too much on him. And as Jin Mori starts to kind of bring out his signature move, he actually gets his neck cracked by Yumira because he stole her sword and was using it in his mouth, which she really did not like. Also, once this preliminary session has concluded, we see that Jin Mori barely survived even though he got his neck cracked, and that he was able to be repaired with nanotechnology that allowed him to instantly have his wounds healed, which is kind of crazy if you think about like how we're entering a tournament arc and how they can really put everything on the line. But also with this, we see that not only did Jin, but Han, Yumira, and along with another couple contestants and gang was able to enter and make it into the Gata High School tournament. And then following this, we see a brief panel, like a brief couple of panels that go and allow us to see what Park is up to, the main leader of the Gata High School. And he is actually talking to the president, telling him that nukes will no longer be effective throughout anything that's happening in any major war that is happening throughout the world. And this is major because this just shows that the power scaling in the system we're going to get into is going to be humongous. It's going to be really high. I'm talking like Dragon Ball level, just destroying stuff crazy like. But after this, we then see our three main protagonists, Jin, Yoo, and Han, walking, and they actually run into a biker gang, which was excluded from the anime. But I really liked it. They kind of made it like set it up more. But they run into a biker gang, and as they're fighting the biker gang, Jin goes to protect Yumira, but in the process, she loses her sword into the lake. And so this really distresses her because she was just talking about how she really wanted to protect her sword style, the Moonlight Sword, and help carry it on. And that was her main goal for fighting. As for Han, we didn't find out in this conversation what his main purpose for participating in the Gata High School was. But as Jin helps you look for the sword, they actually have a real nice bonding moment that I really liked. And he was basically just telling her to like, you can do this, believe in yourself. And I really like that speech, actually. I really loved it. I need to just have it somewhere because it was really good. But then after that, to conclude this first 12 chapters, we have the fight between Go and Gang. And Go, as we've seen in the previous preliminaries, we actually saw Jin save this man from harm's way. We actually saw him pull him back, and this is how Jin first started to scuffle with Gang. But we see that Go wants to repay Jin back for his kindness, so he's going to try to eliminate Gang to the best of his ability. However, through this fight, we see Go giving it his all. He is absolutely trying so hard. It seems as if he's doing good, but throughout the whole time, Gang is still using his distribution techniques to make sure he's not really taking that much damage. And as we see this, Gang really wants Go to surrender. And through we see Gang go through a flashback with a interesting character in the flashback, causing Gang to cry and not want to be like how his father was, who was just powerless before other men. And this really triggers something in Gang. So Gang is forcibly trying to either kill or force Go to surrender. And through seeing this, Jin Mori actually really does not like this. So Jin Mori hops into the ring, but not only does he hop into the ring, but his level spikes from level 6 to level 13 as he starts to go and use Renewal Taekwondo. And as we find out later on that Renewal Taekwondo is kind of special to Jin. And through this interruption of the match, we actually see that Jin gets disqualified by the commissioners for interrupting the match. And through the Renewal Taekwondo, though, Jin was able to knock Gang out of the arena which actually caused Gang to even think more about how he didn't want to be like his father, how he didn't want to be weak, and how he just wanted to be the best he could be. So Gang, realizing this, gets up and completely just obliterates the whole arena. I don't know what took him over, but maybe this is going somewhat towards the powers that we saw, or that was mentioned previously by Park. But then after this, we see that Gang gets up and Jin has to go over there and put him down again. But anyways, that's about wraps it out for the first 12 chapters of Gotta High School. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you would want me to keep reviewing these in either like 12 to 15 chapter segments, or if you would want me to go by seasons or by arcs. I'm just going to keep reviewing until I catch up to where Gotta High School is currently at. And right now, I'm not currently blind. I've watched the anime, but there's still some information in here that's really like pertinent and new to me. So I'm finding it really interesting. But anyways, I hope you're having a great day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends if they're really into God High School. I plan on covering other series, but I'll just have to find out which series as I watch them or get into them. But anyways, I hope you have a great day and keep dreaming on. See you next time.